Hey guys, today I want to do a video covering some of the mistakes that I see some riders making out there on the streets, or at least this is from my observation, and these are my personal opinions. You can do with them what you want. I'm not proclaiming to be an expert. But first off, when it comes to gear, I already covered the importance of gear in my Ohio Squids video that I did last time. So refer to that video for the importance of wearing gear. But the mistake that I see a lot of riders make is they like to wear black helmets. I know you guys, it does look cool, you know, to wear all black, you know, it looks macho and cool, but it's not. You want to, the name of the game to staying safe on your bike, man, one of the important roles is to be highly visible to cars. And statistics say that cars see the most visible part of a motorcycle rider is the highest point on a motorcycle rider, and that is his helmet. So when you're wearing black, it doesn't stand out, especially at night. You know, cars, I'll tell you from personal experience, when I had I was riding in a car and I was out on this country road, and there was a bike in front of me, man. He had all black, his bike was all black. He had the integrated turn signals and all that, and I couldn't even hardly see him. And I was just like, this guy, man, if somebody may end up running in the back of his ass. You know, you want to wear high-vis gear, guys. For your helmet, you want to wear either white or high-vis colors. There's a reason why cops wear white helmets. You know, it's to reduce their risk on the streets. That's why I switched over to the Scorpion EXO 500 helmet, the neon high-vis color. As you can see in my videos, man, it really stands out. The color pops, it's highly visible, and that's what you want. By the way, I did a video review on the Scorpion EXO 500 neon helmet, so check that out as well. I'll include a video link in this video. But also another mistake that I see riders make is they don't wear earplugs. Dude, bad mistake. You will definitely incur hearing damage if you do not wear earplugs. I don't care if you get those cheap foam earplugs at Walmart, or you get those expensive custom design earplugs from your doctor. Wear those earplugs, man. You know, you don't want to be old before your time walking around saying, what? What? You know? Get the earplugs, baby. I can't even ride without earplugs, man. It's totally uncomfortable to me. And the reason why you're wearing earplugs is because it reduces the wind noise. A lot of you guys think it's unsafe to wear earplugs because you think you won't hear the traffic. That's bullshit. You can hear the traffic just fine, you know. And actually, you can hear a little bit of the wind noise, but it's reduced greatly. And that's what's going to help save your hearing. Another thing that I see is that some of you riders like to ride with headphones and listen to your MP3s. That's bad. You definitely don't want to be distracted while riding, man. Let the noise of the rumble of your engine be your music for you, not your music, man. So I mean, you guys can do what you want to do, but you know, these motorcycles, it's not a car, dude. It's not like you're chilling, listening to some jams in your car and you're safe. You're on a bike here, dude. The name of the game is to stay safe, and you want to be 100% focused on what you're doing here. You know, you don't want to be sitting there singing along the songs and shit, you know. But hey, you guys do whatever the fuck you want to do, man. Like the Hodge twins say, do whatever the fuck you want to do. But anyways, another thing that I see is that I see some riders like to crack their shield on their helmet so that they get better airflow. Bad idea. I'll tell you from personal experience, man. I did that once, and a bee flew in my helmet and almost stung the fuck out of me, man. Scared the shit out of me. I was just praying that bastard. I opened my shield up, and I'm shaking my head and shit. Finally, that bastard left, man. But had that thing stung me in my eye, man, it'd have been a real fucked up day for me, man. Keep that shield down, guys. I know sometimes you have to do it in an emergency because your shield will fog up. But that's why you want to definitely get a helmet that has a no-fault shield. And I'll tell you, this Scorpion EXO 500 is awesome as far as its shield. I don't think I've never gotten fog in this helmet. I did on my EXO 400, but not this EXO 500 helmet, because this one flows a lot better air than that EXO 400 helmet did. But also another mistake that I see you riders make is you put the flush turn signals on your bike. I have them on my bike, but I bought it that way. But I'll tell you, the main purpose of those signals, the stock signals, is to let cars see that you're making a turn, man. I know it looks cool and all, and it does look cool with the flush turn signals, but if cars can't see you making a turn, it may set you up for a real fucked up day, man. And I'll tell you, but there's a way that you can remedy that. Use arm signals. You know, when you want to make a left turn, throw the left arm out. When you want to make a right turn, hold the clutch in and put your right arm out to signal and let them know exactly what your intentions are when you're getting ready to make a turn. The name of the game is to be visible, guys. Cars don't know. A lot of times, cars can't see those little tiny holes on the front of your bike where it's blinking, you know, especially if it's real bright and sunny out. So yeah, do the arm signals, guys. Another thing that I see that a lot of you riders tend to make a mistake, I think is a mistake, is you remove the rear pegs on your bike. I'll tell you this, a month ago, I didn't tell you guys about this because I was embarrassed. I pulled over on the side of the road and I thought I had the kickstand fully engaged down. I couldn't, normally I look down to see and make sure that it's fully engaged, but I had a stiff neck that day, so I wasn't able to look down and check to make sure that it was fully engaged. I go to get off the bike and I slipped on some gravel and the bike went down with me. I was able to hold it up just a little bit, but it did completely fall down to the ground. And I tell you, had it not been for those rear pegs, my fairings would have been pretty jacked up probably, or at least some scratches. But I walked away with no scratches on my bike. The only thing that got scratched on my bike was the alternator cover. And I purchased another alternator cover off of eBay for $47 ship. And that's cheaper than frame sliders. Mind you, I don't have frame sliders on this bike. So what took the brunt force of the fall was the bar ends and the rear pegs, and of course the alternator cover. But I do need to get some frame sliders for my bike, especially I want to hit the track this summer, so definitely need those. But yeah, I walked away. I didn't have one scratch on my bike, man, but I was embarrassed as hell because some young kids pulled up in a car behind me. They're like, "You need help, man?" And I was just like, oh shit, man, how embarrassing. Yeah, but I caught it on tape, so I'll show you in this video. That's the only time I ever dropped a motorcycle before. And that was, like I said, just parked over on the side of the road, and I was just getting off to get something out of my pocket. But yeah, and also I see you guys remove your chain guards. In my opinion, that's another mistake. Dude, there's a reason why they put the chain guard on there, man. If your chain ever flies off, that'll keep it from flying up in the air. And if you have a rider that's in back of you and your chain comes off and flies up in the air, man, that could cause some serious damage to the rider behind you, or, you know, a car that's behind you. So, you know, quit trying to make your bike look extra cool by taking all this shit off. I guess you guys think it makes it look cleaner. In my opinion, it doesn't look any cleaner to me, but hey, that's just my opinion. And you guys can do whatever the hell you want to do, man. I'm just telling you my opinion on it. But also, for those of you guys that have your bike maintained at a local mechanic, And I'll tell you, this is really important, guys. I mean, this is really going to help you guys out there. Make sure that you take your bike, when you take your bike to the mechanic, that you do a full video inspection at the dealership in their presence. And I mean, turn the bike on, rev it, go all around your bike, do the condition of your rims, everything. Because I've seen guys out there where these mechanics scratch your rims, or they, one guy got damaged, one mechanic did some damage to the engine, and he swore up and down that the bike was like that when they brought it in, and had the nerve to even charge the guy. That's what was pretty fucked up. You know? And really, if you don't have any proof, I mean, the burden of proof is on you if you take them to court. And if you don't have any proof, they can, you know, it's your word against theirs, and you'll probably lose. You'll be screwed. And if the dealer doesn't allow you to do a video inspection, find another mechanic. Even call ahead of time and let them know. Say, hey man, I'm going to do a video inspection, and even do a written inspection of your bike before you turn the keys over to the mechanic. I highly recommend you doing a lot of the basic maintenance yourself. Buy a repair manual. They generally run from like $30 to $80 at your local motorcycle store, or you can buy it online in PDF form. And that is really a great investment. And invest in a good torque wrench. You want to make sure that every nut and bolt and screw is at the correct torque level. And I mean, you can do a lot of the basic maintenance yourself. And I'll be doing some how-to videos here coming up. I'm going to be doing an oil change, a coolant flush, air filter change, and what else? As far as the engine, I wouldn't mess with the engine if I were you, unless you're a mechanic and you know how to do it yourself. As far as doing a valve adjustment, let a mechanic do that, because if you screw that engine up, man, that can set you up for a lot of problems. It's just better to leave that in the pros' hands. But like I said, do that video inspection before you turn that bike over to them, man. Because, you know, they've been known to fuck up many riders' bikes and then blame it on the rider. So, another thing, another point to consider is make sure you have some sort of roadside assistance. Because if you like to take long country roads, long country rides like I do, and you get stranded out there in the backwoods, man, think about it. What are you going to do? I mean, if you don't have a friend or relative that has a pickup truck with a bike ramp and you know, straps, what are you going to do? You going to walk your bike? I don't know. What would you do? Walk your bike home? I actually did that once, man, with the scooter. My Chinese scooter broke down. I was so damn embarrassed, man. It was on a hot day too, like 90 degrees, and I had all my gear on, and my bike, I was at a gas station and it wouldn't start, and I didn't have roadside assistance or anything, and I actually didn't even have my cell phone with me, and I had to walk my bike like 30 miles home, man. I swear I lost like 10 pounds that day. And like what's really cool though is people out here in Ohio, man, are really friendly and helpful. I had so many people that offered assistance as I was walking my bike home. But I'll never forget that day, man, or at least the next day, I got roadside assistance, and I went with AAA RV coverage. It only costs like $75 for the whole year, and they cover you up to like 100 miles if you ever get stranded. So that's definitely something to consider and have. Let's see, another mistake that I see a lot of guys make, a lot of riders out there. Also, riding here on the street. Now, a lot of you guys have debated me, and you told me that you believe that the best side of the road to ride on is the left side of the road near the line for the best visibility. You guys are so wrong, man. I'll tell you. I'll show you here proof how bad it is to ride on the left side of the road. Last year, I was on the highway and I was getting on an exit ramp, and that was one of the rare times that I was riding on the left side of the road, and actually a car illegally passed me on the right side and almost clipped me, man. Oh, look at that. It's crazy, man. Is he crazy? What the hell's wrong with this dude? Thank God I didn't like sway over to the right, man, or that could have set me up for a real fucked up day. Because when you straddle the yellow line here, you're actually creating more space here to the right of you, because of course you have the white line and you have a shoulder here to the right. So that creates enough space for a car to pass you illegally. You don't want that, man, because if they do it real fast and you're not paying attention and you sway over to the right, you're gonna get hit, man. It's gonna set you up for a real fucked up day. The best place is right here, baby, right here, just right of center. Not the right side of the road. I never said to hang out on the dirtiest part of the road. I said just right of center. Now, you always can't stay in the right of center because obviously sometimes you have bad road conditions, especially here in Ohio. You're liable to, you know, have a pothole or a lot of road debris or whatnot. And of course, then you're going to change positions, but then you want to get back just right of center. That is the safest part of the road, in my opinion. And I don't care what any MSF motorcycle safety class instructor tells you or what literature tells you. This is the safest part of the road. It's common sense. And also, if you're hanging over here towards the yellow line and you happen to low side, you may end up in the oncoming lane here and get ran over by a car. You know, as where if you're just right of center, you low side, more than likely you'll be in the same lane. Like I said, I low sided on a scooter going around a turn in torrential rain over leaves, and when I was in right of center, and when my bike slid and I low sided, I was still in the same lane. Thank God, because a car came flying by as soon as I went down. So had I been hanging out over here near the yellow line and I went down, and if my head was just over the line, man, that could have been my last day. So, you know, ride however you want to ride. That's your business. I'm doing the speed limit here, and these guys are passing me. But I can't go too fast while I'm doing the moto vlog because it creates too much wind noise in the video. But yeah, guys, and also you street Rossies out there that are trying to be track stars on the street. Dude, bad idea. You know, stop doing 100 per mile an hour going around the twisties, and I don't know what the hell you guys are trying to achieve. I know it's fun to do it, but that shit is dangerous, man, because you don't know what the condition of the road is. You know, there may be a lot of road debris, pothole, or anything. An animal might run across the street. Keep those moves to the track. Take those Rossi moves to the track, man. You know, the track is a controlled environment. You know, it's a much safer environment for bikes than obviously on the streets. The roads, they keep clean, you know. That's why you pay money to go to the track. You know, you're paying for good quality racetrack with excellent road conditions. But out here, like on the streets, man, that shit is dangerous, dude. You do 100 per mile an hour going around a turn and hit some gravel, man, and that could set you up for a real fucked up day. Hey guys, you know, like I tell you, man, I'm just trying to keep you safe on the streets here, and these are just common sense points here that I'm making today. But you know, you guys could do whatever the fuck you want to do, like the Hodge twins say. You know, it's true though, man. You know, a lot of you guys are just hard-headed though, and you just do whatever the fuck you want to do, and then when your ass gets dealt with, you know, when karma comes and sneaks up on your ass, and and knocks you the fuck off your bike, then you guys are crying like a little bitch, you know. But hey, man, that's your guys' life, that's your problems, whatever. But that's all I really have for you guys. And wear your gear. I'm gonna keep saying it till I'm blue in the face, man. Until you squids get it. Which you still probably won't listen to me, but that's alright, man. That's alright, baby. A hard, like my grandmother said, a hard head makes a soft ass. So I'm just trying to help you guys stay safe out there on the streets, baby. That's all. So hey guys, until next time,
I'll catch you guys later.
Hey, subscribe to my blog over at CycleCruza.com for tips and great deals. Also click like on my Facebook page for new updates, and that's facebook.com/CycleCruza1.